Gus Gelman here. I'm one of the co-founding partners here at iRealtyPartners. Today, we're going to go over part 2 of the 7 best real estate website companies. Now, as my partner Brendan explained in part 1, these are our own opinions, based on the time that we've invested into studying this market. We do not get affiliate fees from any of these companies. So hopefully, you'll take these offerings of ours as merely a part of the overall process that you use to make your final decision. Now today I'm going to be talking about the second category of sites. Those are the PPC, or pay-per-click, and the SEO, which are the search engine optimization sites. Now let me first say that there are a lot of offerings that claim to be good for this purpose, but few who actually have the chops to deliver. You should also be aware that even though we've grouped PPC with SEO together, they're really two very different beasts. They have very different timelines on when you can expect results. You see, with PPC, it's almost instant upon launch, while SEO can take up to a year or more to bear fruit. Now, the best strategies include both when possible, but you should understand that all markets are not created equal when it comes to SEO. There are plenty of markets where SEO just isn't a realistic option because of the competition, whereas PPC is always available. The only question is, what are you going to pay per lead? But if you've done some research and you've decided that this is the route you want to take, and you're willing to invest both the time and money that these strategies require, then you'll definitely do well with either one of these companies that we're recommending here. Now, the first company is BoomTown. Now, these guys, they're the 800-pound gorilla when it comes to PPC. They have a solution that includes a website and the back-end CRM to run successful campaigns. They provide you all the tools to set up strong paid marketing campaigns on both Google and social media. They work with something like 40 of the top 100 teams in the country. So that pretty much speaks for itself. And what they offer is a comprehensive solution with lead follow-up and scoring, plenty of integrations, and the support you need to get all of this up and running. The capabilities and the power of their solution is clear the minute you start to unpack the system. I mean, it's a beast. Their reviews on sites like G2 really speak for themselves. And if you have the time and the money, and you're committed to this type of marketing, well, these guys have definitely set the standard for everyone else to try to match. Now, there are a few drawbacks. The first, and this is a big one, is the price. This is definitely one of the pricier solutions on the market. Now, the second is the amount of time that you're going to have to dedicate to learning this system. If you're not ready for a major time commitment, don't waste the money. Third is the fact that once you get started with these guys, that's basically it. You can't take it with you. They own everything, and you are essentially just leasing it. So if you decide to leave, you're basically starting from scratch. Now, the final thing, and this was kind of a head scratcher, but the final thing, they don't seem to do well on organic SEO. I've read a few blogs on this subject, and the consensus seems to be that they are almost exclusively for PPC. So if you want to do organic SEO, this is probably not your company. Now, that brings me to the second company on our list, Real Estate Webmasters. Now, these guys, they're the go-to team for SEO. They have some sites generating as much as 100,000 organic hits a month. They have definitely proven that you can go up against Zillow and Realtor.com and pull traffic, especially for that long-tail local stuff. They build a pretty decent-looking site, but most importantly, they build sites that are as fast as lightning. The SEO scores on their sites are literally off the charts. They understand content marketing, and apparently they do it well. These guys have a real cult following, and there appears to be a core of individuals who are really happy with their services. Now the negatives, they kind of really have more to do with the strategy itself than real estate webmasters. You see, content creation, it requires some significant expenditures, either of money for you to pay someone else to create your content, or of your time if you're going to try to create the content. Now they appear, and I say appear because I haven't actually gone through their tutorials, but they appear to give you the tools to create and rank your own content, which would be the cost-effective way to do this, but super time-consuming, and it would require a specific skill set that not everyone has. Now you can pay them. Now while they don't give you the exact pricing up front, it doesn't take a Sherlock Holmes to get the sense that it's going to get pretty expensive pretty fast. And no matter what anyone says, the time that it takes to see results is dependent on a number of factors, but generally you're looking at least a year for any real consistent returns on your investment in terms of actual leads. So you need to be factoring that in before you get started. Now there's one final thing I want to say about this. If you want to know more about this stuff in general, and you're seriously considering the SEO PPC route, I would highly recommend that you speak with Robert Newman over at InboundREM. He is definitely someone who knows what he's doing, and if he thinks there's a good fit, he's definitely worth considering working with. He isn't on our list because his company is a bit boutique, and he is a little exclusive about who he works with. But he's definitely someone who's worth having a conversation with, if just to pick his brain. Now again, we don't get any affiliate deals, so you can be confident these are our honest and unbiased opinions. Now, I have to tell you that here at iRealtyPartners, we don't do either of these types of sites. Our SEO is limited to making your brand visible to those who are looking for you specifically. Our SEO is for those who have heard about you, either through word of mouth, or are checking you out after getting a call from you because you bought a lead that puts you in contact with them. So what they're doing is basically checking your bona fides. And that, frankly, is what most agents actually need. And we can do that at a much more affordable rate than any of these offerings. But if you're committed to PPC and SEO, these guys are a great place to start, and you'd be happy with any of them. So subscribe, hit the alert button, and you'll get notified when part 3 of this series gets released, the best of the budget-friendly offers. We hope we enjoyed this information and that it was a blessing to you. Have a great rest of your day.